Ranges. One of the most important ICT concepts and one of the most powerful ICT concepts that helps you with determining what's next to the market, determining the draw on liquidity, and it's very easy concept. There are many types of ranges. There are a typical range, there are a timed range, there is a CRT range. We're going to be only talking about that typical range because there's a lot to talk about. So we're going to be taking it slow, and I'm going to be talking about the typical range only as in this video. But I will be giving us some insights about the timed and the CRT ranges, right? A range. Let's get straight into it, right? How does the range get formed? Let's do a drawing here. And we're gonna get to the market and show you guys how does it look like, right? And before we start off, let's talk about the protocols for it, right? You never buy or sell inside of the range. You only buy when the range low gets purged. You only sell when the range gets high gets purged. Once the range low gets purged, then you may proceed to trade the inside of the range. But it has to go with the range, right? It has to go with the higher time frame order flow. It has to go with the ranges, right? So if the range gets low, gets purged, you don't sell, right? You want to buy. Because they may cause a false breakout where a retail is selling over here. This is right over here. It's called the range. Retails equals below, right? Retails will sell here, while a smart money where a dumb money will sell here because of breakout. No, right? That's false. Market will do what? Call right back up, right? This is why you must go with the ranges, right? So inside of this range, so once this range gets low, gets purged, then you may proceed to trade this inside of this range. You may proceed to trade this range to the high of it. You may, because this low got purged, you want to go with the low, you want to buy, right? So you can only buy in this range until the objective gets met. Once the objective gets met, you might look for sells, right? And until this long gets met back to the downside, you're looking for sells until then, right? I may explain it a little bit on awful way. I might explain it a little bit different, but this is how I look at it, right? But those are the protocols. And a range, last most important range, one and last most important protocol. For the range, make sure you put the range that you look like that looks like to you that is a range, right? For some people, this would be considered not a range. This range low and this range high would not be considered as a range for them. It would be considered as a range, right? And guess what? Did the objective got met? No. So this is why you need to look at yours, right? When you're trading realistically during that specific day, will the market go all over here? No, right? You're already in a range. Look at, you have to zoom in, right? You can't zoom out all the way here. If you're saying this range is thinking of the range, well, oh, you're wrong then, because we're in a bigger range here, right? You need to look at it as like that, right? So if I'm zooming in and this is where I'm trading right here, right now, right? Let's just say some people who zoom like this. What I see right over here is a range high, range low. And we're going to talk about how the range gets formed right here. We're going to talk about it right now, right? The way a range gets formed is very simple. There's a bullish candle, and a bearish candle, right? This range high, this range low. Anything in between it, you don't want to trade. Once this high gets purged, you want to trade to the downside. Boom. Once the low gets purged, you want to trade it to the upside. Eventually, you can go up here, right? And this is considered a double purge, right? Double purge, right? Double DPT or double purge, whatever that shit's called, right? And that's how it's supposed to be. You can see bullish candle, bearish candle. Made inside of that. Now you're in a range. You don't do anything in between. You only buy when the range low gets purged. You want to sell when the range high gets purged, right? And one most important thing about the typical ranges that we're talking about specifically today is that it makes your setup higher probability. This is why you guys see, I can show you guys an example if I can go and get that example here. Do I have the example? Let me see if I have the example here. I do have the example here. I'm not sure if this is the actual example though, because this has happened before and should have been a loss here. This is the previous day's low, right? I don't think I got the example here for you guys. Actually, this right over here. This right over here is the reason what I'm talking about, right? You will be looking for a sell around here. This is a range, right? Range high, range low. Market create a bullish candle and create a bearish candle, right? Create a swing candle. You can be even a swing candle, right? You're trading inside this range, and I took this trade right over here. I would have had a loss. You can see this is a 1 a.m. candle. This is the 5 a.m. candle project at 1 a.m. CRT high. This is called a time CRT, and this is why we took a loss. How come did you take a loss? Because market did not push either side of the range. So this CRT, this candle would have been considered as a lower probability. But once this range high gets purged, this will be considered as a higher probability. As you can see, it delivered to the downside. Range high got purged. Your first drawn liquidity is to the timed range low / CRT low. Your second drawn liquidity is to the what? To the range low to the of the typical. And that's another mechanic I want to give you guys, another sauce I want to give you guys, that it makes your setups a higher probability. And I did take a loss here. If you go to back to my live stream, it's gonna take you a long time to find that. But I had a loss there because of that. And keep in mind, it makes your setup a higher probability. That's it. Just increases the chances of being a higher probability, right? There are types of typical ranges as well. There are types of CRT ranges. There are types of timed ranges. There are types of typical ranges. This is considered a double purge of a typical range. You can see purge out the low and purge out the high. What did the market do? Send to the downside. This is called a true expansion. True expansion to the downside because it purged both sides of the CRT. Eventually, it's called a double purge of an ICT double purge. It is made out of him, not made out of me, right? But it's considered a true expansion. True expansion, right? And now you see range high got purged, you're looking for sales. And how you are looking for sales, another CRT. This is called the timed range CRT, timed range CRT, and a CRT, right? You can see right over here. This is timed and a CRT. So timed range CRT right over here, looking for sales. Another one. Now when the range high gets purged, you can sell inside of it. Now you can sell it right over here. But you can only sell because the range high got purged, right? You're selling over here. There's a timed and a CRT. Sell that off and hold it to this imaginary one. You can hold it off to anywhere. I just decided to hold it over here because that to me, I don't know what can happen after the double purge, because I specifically don't trade too much double purge. To me, it's kind of dangerous, right? Not dangerous. I never had too many scenarios where I had a double purge, right? But that right there is your range, and you can see some scenarios: range low, high, right? Range low got purged, but range high never got met. Why it never get met? You're going with the higher time frame order flow. The time frame order flow is bearish. The order flow is bearish. The higher time frame drawn liquidity is bearish. So this had a lower probability of working out. But this case, this one had a higher probability. Bullish candle or bearish candle, right? And right when that bullish bearish candle ends, you're inside the range. Range low got purged. Range high, your next take profit. Right over here, range high got purged. Range low, your next take profit. Higher probability, lower probability because it's going against a higher time frame. But you could have definitely took this because this would be considered as a Friday New York retracement / reversal profile. So this would have been a valid range you would have traded to the upside, right? A lot of mechanics. And Joe might never mind. Let me not talk about that. We can get later on, right? But right over here is our different range. Range low got purged, range high right over here. Range low got purged. You want to buy, so I bought around here. I can once the range low get purged, you either buy here or you can buy inside the range once the range low gets purged. But you can only buy. You can never sell the range high, right? And I took the trade to the upside, and to that trade from here, you can see. Yes, you went to high. Yes, you went against a high time from order flow. As I said, this would be considered as a Friday New York reversal, soft retracement, and and you have built up a narrative to this, right? Range this ERL to IRL and all those stuff, right? That built up a narrative. This is a typical range, easiest range to form. Watch, rewatch if you don't get it. It's a very high probability type of ranges, which helps you with your win rate, helps you get you a higher win rate, because if you're not trading once the either side of the range gets purged, your setups are lower probability. Just like this, where I got stop loss because this setup was a low probability because neither the side of the range got purged. Right, in my ass, we're sitting in that range, so range higher did not get purged, or range low didn't get purged. That's why I got stop loss. Right, it's very important, and it's definitely proven. You could go check on Twitter everywhere you want. A range, make sure setups are high probability. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.